Hi everybody, welcome back to Discover the Beauty in You. This is Annette. Today we're going to be doing a cuff link bracelet with memory wire, using also 20 gauge wire. We're going to use any beads of your choice, some memory wire cutters, and some bail making pliers. These are all the things that you're going to need. And a lot of patience, because stringing the beads, it's not easy. So just a little bit of patience and you'll make it work. This is what we're going to be creating. We're going to be creating multiples of this type of cuff. Now this you wouldn't want to do if you're going to wear it by itself, because it has an opening here, so this will fall easily. But what we're going to do is we're going to do multiples of them and attach them to the bottom. You see how beautiful this looks. It's a great bracelet for Christmas. These are beads that I had left over from a previous project that I did with a beaded purse. If you haven't seen that video, I have shorts on my YouTube channel and some pictures on my Facebook page. So you're more than happy to go over there and look at all of that, all the materials I used and how I did it. And what you're going to be doing is just take any memory wire, whether that may be gold, black, silver, whatever you have on hand. As you know, memory wire is very small. It looks small, but then as you put the beads on them, it stretches, okay? And what we want to do is, when we look at this memory wire, we never want to cut right here at the border of it, because this will make a very small bracelet, and I need it to be a little bit longer, almost around my wrist, but not quite, just giving myself at least an inch of separation. So for me to create that illusion, what you do is you take this memory wire and you're going to cut it at least an inch away from the ends of it. Okay, so there's my end, and then I'm going to cut at least an inch away from it. Okay, there we have it. I'm going to move this aside. With my pliers aside. Okay, so I have here 1, 2. I'm going to do a stackable of 5, so I'm going to cut these all already. So let's do that really quick. And again, you're just an inch away. Okay, you're going to cut those. There you go. Let's do, I have 3, 4, I need 1 more. Okay. Let's make sure I have this right. There we go. All right. So once you have that done, I'm going to use this one as well. Once you have that done, then what you want to do is you want to take at least one of the ends, and with your bail making plier, you're going to grab the end and going in an opposite direction, you're going to do a loop to hold those beads, the beads in place. So you're going to grab that. Okay, and you're going to close it right there, and that's what it's going to look like. You're going to do the same when we get to the end, but until we have the beads in here, you won't be able to do that. You can do this several ways. You can use a mix and match of these beads. You can do strands with just one size, or strands with the other side. A few of these mixed together, or mix and match together. However you want to do it. It doesn't have to be the same. You can put silver, gold, any faceted bead you have on hand that you want to mix with it. So let's just move this one aside. Let's leave these here because these look super cute. I love the way the light hits it. So I'm going to do the same thing for all of them. That way I have them all ready to go. So now that I have all of them ready to go, and again, I'm just making 5 of these, but you can do a stack of 10, and I think a stack of 10 is going to be beautiful. It's going to be maybe this big on your hand, but it's going to be gorgeous for the Christmas time. I like things a little bit more dainty, something more practical that I can use with anything I wear, so I think a stack of 5 is going to work just fine. So what we're going to do, and I might just take this off camera, but you're going to start doing your strands of beads. Okay, so whatever bead, again, you can do single, you can do mix and match, however you want to do them. I want to make 3 of the thin and 2 of the big ones at the ends, and that's how my bracelet is going to be. So you choose whatever you want to do. See, this is the tedious part. This is the part where you have to have a lot of patience to do it. So take your time, put it all together, and then I'm going to fast forward here and I'll be right back as soon as I'm done putting all these beads inside of all my little memory wire bracelets, okay? Okay, I do want to mention I've already done 3, and these last 2 are going to be for the ends, like I mentioned before, with the bigger ones. If you wanted to make it wider, which I think I'm going to make 5 of these, and then 2 at the end, 7, the perfect number. But I wanted to mention, if you are not sure where to end your bracelet, count the beads of the first one that you created, because the size of them are the same. If you cut this 1 inch around your memory wire, they're all going to end up being the same. In this case, I counted them, they're 37 on each. So I know if I'm not sure where to finish my bead, you can always count them. Okay. This is where your 20 gauge wire comes into play. We're going to give ourselves quite a bit of a long wire. Okay. The only reason I'm using this wire is because I don't think I have 20 gauge wire silver plated. Let me see. Oh, I do. I have 16 gauge. Hold on. Okay, I just realized you can definitely do these kinds of beads or finishings with the 20 gauge wire. I am not using this 20 gauge wire because I just realized I do have some sterling silver plated 16 gauge wire. You can use 16, you can use 20 gauge. It doesn't matter, because the reality of it is that you open this big. Now, the only problem with using 16 gauge wire is that your bead, your hole on the bead has to be big enough. So before you do this, or before I'm going to do this, I'm going to look at my beads. I think this is going to be too big. And I'm going to see, does it fit? This big one fits. Does the second one fit? They both fit, so I'm lucky. So now what I'll do is I'm going to warm up this wire here, straighten it, okay? And I'm going to look at how wide my bracelet is going to be, okay? So I have my smaller section here. It doesn't really matter. I just need to know how long I'm going to do this wire. Now I give myself, you know, 1/4 inch to close it in place. I'm also going to put some beads in between. Can you see that there? I'm going to put some beads in between. I'll show you how I do that. Also, don't forget that you can always warm up the wire with your nylon jaw pliers, okay, to straighten this out. That's what you would want to do. Okay. Warm up that wire, make sure it's straight. If you would like to give it some texture, you can. I don't feel the need. Oops, I don't feel the need for it because we're making, we're putting some beads in between, so you won't be able to see this. Now, you see how big my loop is here, okay? I don't want the loops on these ends to be too big, but they have to be big enough to where these don't come off. Now, the trick to this is use a smaller bead at the end so you don't have to worry about how big that loop is. And I'll show you. You can use it with your bail making pliers for sure, but I'm going to use my round nose pliers. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the tip, okay, and I'm going to bend and make the smallest loop I can make, okay, just like that. The smallest loop I can make. Can you see that? Just like that. And then I'm going to put a bead here, and I'm going to put my bracelet, and then I'm going to put a small bead. This is what's going to finish this bracelet. Oh no, it's not going in. Hold on. Nope, not that one. See, the holes vary, so I might, oh, there we go. Small, and now it goes a small bracelet, another small bead, And again, hopefully we can find all the right beads that have a bigger hole. I should have done that before. But you know what? This is reality when you create a bracelet. You put another one in. This is what happens when you're making jewelry. You find yourself creating new things because learning new things from the mistakes that you make. You see how that looks like a more finished, more polished bracelet? That's exactly what I want. Okay, this side. I have one more to go. This one right here, and then I'm going to put a big one. Now I overdid it, and I thought I was gonna need more. Look, I'm wasting this much. Okay, so keep in mind that I could have gone, I believe, shorter. I could have done 1.25 inches, almost 1.5 inches, but I think I did way too much. So what we're gonna do, so we're gonna cut this, and again, eyeball it, okay? You're gonna have to hold this in place, okay? You're gonna cut it, and you're gonna take your round nose pliers, and you're gonna close this. But because I did such a small loop there, I'm gonna take a little bit more off, just a little bit more. And then this one I'm gonna close. Now you wanna look at the one that you have on this side, okay? I like to go, if this one goes up, I like this one to go down, but because it's going to be sitting in my hand, both of them have to be looking up so it does not bother my hand. So I'm going to tilt this up, and then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to close it. Okay, close it right there. There we go. Okay, that's perfect. And now I'm going to do my other side. Okay, and again, I'm going to do my loop first. Okay, like that. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put my bead first. Then I'm going to loop it in, and then another bead, and then I'm going to loop it in again. I hope I'm centered here in the camera. This is going to look beautiful. But what makes a bracelet is the finishing touches, which is what we're doing right now. If you had left this with just the wire, just like this, it wouldn't have the same look. See that? See that there? That just doesn't have the same look to it. It doesn't look refined, finished. You want to make a product that's finished with a nicer look to it. Okay, here we go. Need one more. I hope I'm not out of focus here. There we go. And then again, facing up, I'm going to cut this. Okay, and I'm going to come in here. I'm going to close it. I might need to cut a little bit more. Look what happened here. And that happens to everybody. You have a little bit more space there. Okay, so I'm going to go back. No problem. And I'll cut this right here, wherever I think it needs to be cut. And then I'm going to come back over here. And again, these pliers, I should have picked my other set. You see how they bend? That's how strong this wire is. That's why you need the right wire cutters for this. But at the same time, you do need the best for pliers for this. And I just grabbed the first ones I had right here, which I shouldn't have. Okay, so there it is. Look at this beautiful cuff bracelet. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. It's not going to bother you in any way, shape, or form. And this is going to stay here in your wrist. It's going to look amazing. So gorgeous. I love the way it looks. Very, very elegant, very festive. Love this. Very festive. You see how finished it looks? And easy to put on and off, but it's not going to come off your wrist. So that's kind of nice about it. I love it. Love how this turned out. You guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and remember to like and follow for more.